Yeah, Robot Commando stream time, folks. So tonight I am the player, and Mr. England is the narrator. But as always, before we do, let's have a quick look at the success board situation. So here is where we are in the second batch. We're jumping around a bit just to reiterate for anyone who's not been following along. We've been starting to get our hands on the book, so we're not quite going in order. So last month we did Demons of the Deep, got absolutely annihilated by a no choice at all. But we've already done Trial of the Champions, so we're going to jump forward to Robot Commando, which Andy's got his hands on.
Aye.
And then we're going to jump back to Sword of the Samurai, which I've got my hands on. I've got on the shelf there. But we might not be able to fit one in next month because we've got the Dice Masters versus Cancer coming up, which we haven't formally announced yet.
But we will on Monday, maybe.
No, not Monday. Maybe Wednesday. Soon. In the next episode of the Ministry of Dice podcast, whenever that drops. Oh, my Siri's just gone off. That pesky Kraken. It was nothing to do with the Kraken. It was the spell ran out, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was swim to the surface or carry on swimming, and both options killed you.
The pesky friendly dolphin that never appeared.
Yeah, where was your friendly dolphin, man?
When is he friendly dolphin when you need one? Right. It's got a bit of admin to go through in this one.
Oh, right, okay. All right, I got my pad and pen ready.
So, before we get started on the fun bits, there is a little section on robots.
On robots? I'm excited.
I am too. If you are familiar with the Fighting Fantasy Gamebook series, you know most of the rules. But robots will be new to you. There are many different types of robots, and you will have a chance to pilot them all.
Okay.
You may use any robot you find. However, you may have only one robot at a time. Each robot's abilities are determined by several scores. Armor represents the robot's toughness and ability to take damage. This is like your own stamina score.
Right.
Robot has armor score instead of a stamina score. Don't know why I need to reiterate that again. Speed tells you how fast a robot can travel. This gives an advantage in combat. A faster robot has a +1 bonus to its skill against a slower opponent. Robots may be slow, medium, or fast. Or, for flying robots, very fast. If your robot is slower than the enemy you are fighting, you may never escape, even if the page offers you that option.
Oh.
Nice. Combat bonus. When you use a robot, you fight with your own skill, but some robots are especially made for battle and give you a combat bonus when you fight. Okay. Some robots are especially unsuited for battle, and you will have to subtract points from your skill. Last but not least, special abilities. These are different for every robot. When you get a robot with a useful special ability, you should either make a note of it or write down the number of the paragraph that describes the robot so you can double check it if needs be. Cool. So that is a bit on robot. Other than that, let's have a look. Robot combat is the other bit we've got here.
Right.
These are the rules for battling dinosaurs and giant robots.
Dinosaurs?
Not a greater sentence has ever been written. When you are fighting in your robot, and whenever the opponent has skill, armor, and speed scores instead of just skill and stamina, then the rules for robot combat must be used. They are very similar to the normal combat rules as follows. Roll both dice, one for the foe. Once for the foe, add its skill score. Add one to the foe that is faster. If a foe is faster, that's the total foe's attack strength. Roll the two yourself. Add your skill score. Add any combat bonuses that were listed for your robot. Add one if your robot is faster, and that's your total attack. If your foe attacks with yours, it's wounded you. So if you wound your foe, you subtract 2 points from their armor. Use your luck as normal. If your foe is wounded, you subtract 2 points from your armor. Make the appropriate adjustments to either foe's armor score. Begin the next. If your foe's armor is reduced to 0, you have won. If your own robot's armor is reduced to 0, it has been destroyed, but you're not necessarily dead or injured. You do not lose any of your own stamina unless the instructions specifically say so. You may have a chance to survive and continue your adventure in another robot.
I was just looking around to see if I've got any robots hanging around. I haven't got any robots hanging around. But I have got a dinosaur.
Cool. So that's that. That's the admin-y bits out of the way.
Right.
So I think we need to roll up your dude now.
All right. Is it skill, stamina, and luck as per usual?
Skill, stamina, and luck as usual.
All right. Yeah. What's skill then? Is that 2 dice?
Oh mate, I can't. No, it's 1 plus. Find it. Just assume that you know by now. 1 dice plus 6 for your skill.
1 dice plus 6. Hang on. Hello to Javier, who's turned up. He says, glancing at the chat. And spell seeing. Yeah, I do have a transformer or 2. But I don't know if I've mentioned recently, I'm in the process of moving out of this dining room area into a man cave that has been built on the side of my house. So all my figures, except for a handful of new ones, are boxed up right now.
There's a dinosaur behind you. You just put that there.
Yeah, I just said I've got a dinosaur hanging around.
Sorry, I've been concentrating on.
Right, skill 10. That makes me then.
Oh, nice. That's better than usual for you.
Yeah, makes a change, doesn't it?
Yeah. Right, stamina is 12 plus 2 dice.
Oh my god!
Might be early bath. And then your luck is 1 dice plus 6.
1 plus 6. Right, 11 on the luck.
Strong.
All right, at least I've got a bit more skill than usual. That tends to be my problem area, is I can't do any freaking damage.
Right, cool. So there's a little bit of a preamble here on hints of play. So I'll read that and then we'll pick your name.
All right.
Hopefully we'll get an idea of who you are.
Yeah, so we need to sort of know what kind of dude I am. But any name suggestions, chat, as always.
Throw them up. So I've got, in this book, you will become a lone gorilla fighting against a horde of invaders. There are 3 entirely different ways to defeat the invaders. One obvious, the others not so obvious. Each method requires a different path, different artifacts, and different decisions. So there's 3 different endings. Not that we'll find any of them. You're advised to make faithful notes about the places you visit and the things you learn. They could save your life. You will sometimes have a chance to go back to a place you've already visited during the same adventure. In any event, your notes will be useful in further adventures, enabling you to pass rapidly on to unexplored places. You may also want to make a map of the countryside as you pass through it. In particular, it will help you to learn the relative positions of the cities you visit. Not every spot that you visit will be helpful. Some contain only traps and foes, which you will no doubt fall foul of. Many wrong turnings are possible.
Indeed, they are.
Even if you reach your ultimate destination, you may not have everything you need to succeed. God, as we know. It will be realized that the entries make no sense if read in numerical order. Yeah, we know that.
No C3PO.
One best path to victory may not be the obvious one, but it requires a minimum of risk. Any player, no matter how weak on initial dice rolls, should be able to use any of the 3 strategies fairly easily once the best path has been discovered. Good luck. So you are a... Let's have a look. The back says, what would you do if you were a rancher on a distant planet using robots to herd vicious dinosaurs? What would you do if your deadly enemies, the Herosians, invaded? What would you do if you knew that the protection of your homeland against the invaders and marauding dinosaurs was up to you alone? Now's your chance to find out. Right. All this is exactly what happens in this thrilling, futuristic adventure. So you're a rancher of a distant planet using robots to herd vicious dinosaurs.
There you go. I found a star screen. Oh, yeah, even better. Sound wave. There we go. Oh, his joints are a bit stiff.
Gets like that after a certain age.
Indeed. In fact, this is a bit of a mad box. This I've got a random Marty McFly in here.
As you do.
There's the preacher.
Oh, I like him.
Right, there you go. I got a robot and a dinosaur. Although no shelf behind me to put them up on.
I know. Where's they all gone?
Because the shelf's in the man cave already. I've started populating that bad boy with a variety of interesting treasures from the collection. Right, so what we're doing, I'm a rancher on a distant planet.
Yeah, using robots to herd dinosaurs.
Was there something about me being a gorilla or something? Did I hear something about a gorilla?
You're a lone gorilla fighting against a horde of invaders. That's gorilla, Guerrilla.
Oh, right. Oh, right, okay.
Although, arguably, that would be better.
No, I haven't got a rumble in this box. I've just pulled out a random disco Batman.
As you do.
Yeah. Right, names then. What we got? Robbie the Robot, Mech Marvin. None of those are quite singing to me just yet.
All right.
Skill stamina lot. Have I got any gear?
Possessions is a very good point.
John Mambo.
At the beginning of this adventure, your only possessions are your sword. Where have you got a sword?
Sword?
And 5 medikits for curing wounds. As the adventure progresses, you will lose or use up some possessions and gain others. All possessions should be recorded in your appropriate box on the adventure sheet. How many points of stamina are you gonna? Does a medikit? You only got 5.
2, isn't it? Presumably, it's usually 2, is it?
Usually 4.
4.
Doesn't say, so let's go for 4.
All right. Yeah, if that's what the standard practice is.
If we read any different, then we can adjust it. Right, so he's sitting comfortably. Here comes the background.
Robo Ranger. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine Spelsing and Javi's name, and I'm going to be Robo Mambo.
Hey, Mambo.
Because I like the alliteration.
Mambo. Right. You are a rancher in the land of Thalos. Your people and your enemies, the savage Corosians, have built huge robots for many purposes. With a skilled operator at the controls, a robot can replace 100 men, mine ore, erect buildings, move cargo, or just about anything else. The robots are also your best defense against the vicious dinosaurs of Thalos. Many years ago, the great lizards caused much destruction. But now, mankind has learned to tame the beasts, and many of the folks of Thalos, like you, are dinosaur ranchers. The ranchers use a Mark 5A utility robot known as Cowboys to herd the dinosaurs. But wild dinosaurs are still dangerous, and all robots have guns to defend themselves. Early one morning, there are adverts. I've got an advert.
Oh yeah, the adverts are running. I was just trying to recreate the cover. Trying to recreate the cover of the book.
Like it. Wrong colour. Other than that, he looks just like him. I'm guessing that's a Mark 5 utility robot, also known as the Catboy. Oh, we're back. Right, so early one morning, you are just finishing your breakfast when one of your assistants staggers into the kitchen. So sleepy, he says. Then he sits down at the table, pillows his head on his arms, and goes to sleep. What the hell? You shake him, but you cannot rouse him. Alarmed, you go for help, but everyone else you see is asleep. You rush back inside and switch on the radio, but you can only get scraps of messages. Everybody is asleep. Corosian attack. Can't stay awake. Soon there is nothing to be heard. You go outside again and pour cold water on several of your friends, but they just snore and mutter. Then you hear a rumble overhead, like thunder out of the clear sky. You look up. Streaking overhead is the unmistakable shape of a Corrosian robojet. You realize what must have happened. Somehow the Corrosians have managed to put everyone in Thalos to sleep. Everyone but you.
Except me. What's
For
so
some
special about
reason,
me?
you are immune.
Is
Over
it
the next
because
few hours,
I've got a dinosaur?
it is because you're special. Over the next few hours, you listen to the enemy communications and piece together the story. In the
Right.
past, the Corrosians has steered clear of Thalos with its brave warriors and its many robots. Your land was too tough to attack. But Minos, their leader, hit on a clever plan. His spies spread capsules of a virulent sleeping sickness, and before long, all of Thanos were asleep. Soon, you hear a broadcast from Minos himself, talking to his invading troops. An elite force of 1,000 warriors, with hundreds of robots, has invaded Thalos. But this is only the beginning. With your population helpless, Minos plans to loot your country, its riches, and its robots will be his. Its people will be sold as slaves. Ah. And only you can stop it. You know what you have to do. You walk back inside and buckle your father's old sword to your waist. Food will be no problem. You know supplies will be easy to find, but you pick up five medikits. When you hear when you then you heard you head. Let's start that again. But you pick up a supply of 5 medikits. Then you head for the robot parking area. Alone, you must defeat the Corrosian invaders and free your land. Wow, straight in, isn't it? Right, okay, cool. So yeah, that's the background, and then it's pretty much straight in with start making choices and stuff. So are we ready to? Are you suitably hit it
I'm
up?
all set. Yeah. May our stamina never fail.
And the odds be ever in your favour.
I have put the takes you backsy death counter up right from the outset today, though.
A good plan. At the robot parking area, you stop and look around. There are several robots there, but only 2 seem suitable for long distance travel. You study them both. If you want to take a standard cowboy walking robot, which is not fast but sturdy and adaptable, or if you prefer a light flyer, which is very speedy and maneuverable, but not really intended for combat.
Give me that again, sorry.
You want to take a standard cowboy walking robot, it's not fast but sturdy and adaptable, or a light flyer, which is very speedy and maneuverable, but not really intended for combat.
Oh, I'm gonna fly, obviously.
Cool. Plus, if you're very fast, you get +1 on your skill.
Right, do I need some robot stats now then?
Maybe.
Does it tell
Yes,
me?
you do.
Yeah.
The flying robot, called a Dragonfly Model D, looks like a
Dragonfly.
gigantic dragonfly, complete with buzzing wings.
Cool.
Its main advantage in combat is speed. So Dragonfly Model D's armor is 5. Super low.
5.
Speed is very fast. You've got a combat bonus of 0. However, you do have a nice special ability.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because this craft is so maneuverable, you can escape from any opponent, even other very fast ones, if it gives the option to escape.
Okay, escape thing. Cool.
Now, you must choose a place to go.
Oh, right, okay.
Or you can change your mind and take a cowboy robot instead if you
Hang
want.
on, sorry, before we go any further, I feel like this is biology medicine rewind taking effect, obviously. What am I actually trying to do? What's my end game?
Save the world.
Scare off these 10,000
Yeah.
things that are turned up.
Yeah.
Right, okay, yeah, cool.
Right. So if you want, you can take a cowboy instead.
No, I'm still going to fly around.
Cool.
Who wants...
Okay. So now where are you going to what are you
Yeah,
going to do? The
yeah,
answer. You know that although there are probably Corrosians everywhere, their base is at the capital city.
right.
You can't just charge in there and attack them with your little robot. You must prepare well before you make your move. Fortunately, there are many cities on Thanos. I keep saying Thanos by mistake. I'm just going to run with it. You will able to search the whole country for help if needs be before you confront the invaders. Two large cities are very close. Do you want to go to the city of knowledge or the city of industry?
So
You want to know shit or build shit?
yeah, about to say City of Industry would be a better bet for like I don't know weapons or improving my dragonfly or finding a new robot. Which one's more likely? So is there other people who haven't been affected by the sleepy thing as well? That would be my other thinking. So
Mm,
where would I be more likely to find some allies? I want fighters, don't I? Let's do the City of Industry. Not to stereotype, but there might be some burly, you know,
working class.
yeah, some blacksmith types or something who can make my dragonfly shit hot and
Some northerners,
come join the fight. Yeah, let's do City of Industry.
the northern miners. You set a course for the city of industry, a place of great factories and machinery. There, you reason, you might find a robot or an invention that will give you an advantage over the invaders. Okay. Very short paragraphs. Okay, you're in the city of industry. That was quick because you're in a
Well,
super
I'm
fast
flying my
robot.
dragonfly, aren't I? Yeah.
Normally, it is busy and bustling, but now you see no signs of life anywhere. Everyone is asleep. Everyone but you. Yeah, we've got that. Where will you go in your quest for useful artifacts? Loads of choices here.
Right.
So, do you want to go to the fuel refining plant,
Okay.
the robot experimental center, the tunnels underneath the city, just explore, or leave the city?
What was that second one again? The experimentation
The
center or
robot
something?
experimental center.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I know, right? There's loads of choices, but there's only really one that you will ever like choose, and that is to go to the place where you're likely to find a badass robot.
Yeah, let's do that one, please. Although, are the tunnels where I'm more likely to find some folks hiding out or unaffected by the sleepy thing?
Right. This
Spelsing
is
says he says Robo Experiment Center too, so let's do that.
this is the Robot Experimental Center. Welcome.
Okay, thank you. Pleasure.
Um,
Pleasure
you know
speaking.
little about the center except its name, but you have
Hey,
heard
Jocelyn's here.
rumors that top secret work is being done here. Why do you keep knocking me around different pages when like there's no options?
Top secret work, like an enormous laser cannon and some armor panels for my dragonfly. This is what I'm here for.
You are in the lobby of the Robot Experimental Center.
Right.
You read the directory and see the different sorts of work are being done on different floors of the building. Several seem interesting. Where will you go? You want to go to the second floor where there's interface mechanisms, even. You want to go to the third floor where there's weapon development. Sixth floor for an amplifier project. The 10th floor for Deteronics. Deteronics, Deteronick.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, okay, cool. Or do you want to just leave?
So, what was it? Experiments.
So we've got
Weapons.
interface mechanisms, weapon development, amplifier project, or the mysterious Deteronics.
What do you reckon? Spelsing says second or third floor. So what's that? Experiments or weapons? I reckon is the
Interface or weapons.
No, I'm alright with my interface. I can ride my dragonfly like a boss already, as we've just proven by my completely unencumbered journey to the city industry.
What's that all about? Is this like half the book to get there? Right. So we go weapons then. Do you want to do Deuteronic?
I don't know what Deuteronics are. Does anyone in chat know what Deuteronics actually means? Is that plastic tumblers? Oh yeah, and you were on stream with us last time. You broke another one. Let's do. But the experiment center might have something like even like super mega freaking awesome, mightn't it?
The whole thing is the experiment center.
Sorry. What was
Interface mechanisms.
Let's do weapons. Let's do weapons. Let's see if I can get a big laser cannon or something for me dragonfly.
When you leave the lift on the 3rd floor, you immediately spy a man-sized guard robot standing in the hallway.
All right.
Sorry.
Come join my fight.
Sorry, no admittance, squawks its mechanical voice. What do you want to do? Reason with the robot, attack the robot, or go to another floor?
Let's see if we can reason with him first.
Reason with the robot?
Yeah. I'm on a recruiting mission, you see, to build up my my rebellion.
While you are arguing with the machine, it picks you up, not too gently, and tosses you back into the lift.
Oh.
Lose 1 stamina point.
Oh. Like that, just like
that. You can leave the floor and make a new selection, or you can attack the robot.
Right, well, I suppose he's left me no choice but to try and fuck him up, has he? So let's do it.
Do it. Right, so your mission is more important than this asinine robot. Ooh, asinine. Nice word.
Asinine, yeah. Enough. As in asshole. They
9
were
of them.
Crystal, made in Europe, British style, so blame Chris and Andy. Lol. Yeah, obviously our streams are so incredibly attention grabbing that they distract you away from safely handling your glassware. Yeah. Sir Spellington commands that we have robot style voices from you.
Okay.
Or at least Alan Rickman's Marvin from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and a little bit of Anthony Daniels from Star Wars, please.
I'll see what I can do. Your mission is more important than this asinine robot.
Yes,
you will have to deal with it by force. Now, this guard robot is skill 8 and stamina 10.
Oh, is that all? Right, so straight up fight, is it?
Yeah, I'm guessing you're not in a robot anymore. Note that this robot is human-sized, and you fight it as though you are, though it were a human foe. You may escape any time by turning to 118. Right, okay, so it's just a normal fight with a little dude.
Right, okay. I'll take your first roll then.
8-10.
Here we go.
Nice.
6, 7, 8. 18 for me.
4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 8 is 15.
Right. First blood. Are you tracking the robot stats?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's not 2.
7
4,
again.
5, 6, 7. 17 for me.
7 plus 8. 15 again.
Yeah, he's going down. What was his stamina? 10.
Yeah. 8, 16.
19.
Not very good.
Let's have a roll from chat. Exclamation D12, please, chat.
Oh. 18.
Oh, 16. Come on, Rob.
Take that. 16.
All right. I'll take a roll. 22.
Oh. Right, one more hit, and this guy is toast.
All right, exclamation D12, please, chat. You can take the last swing.
14 to beat.
Oh, 14. Come on. Easy peasy, lemony squeezy. Come on, chat. Everyone's like sitting back, letting someone else go. There you go. Goose is on it. It's not triggered for some reason. Oh, there it is. 19.
Yeah, he's dead.
1 dead robot. Right, let me in there and have them weapons.
You cannot enter. You cannot enter.
There you
go. That's just for you. 48. You step over the fragments of the smashed robot and enter the laboratory. Inside, you find something very interesting. The the prototype for a Seeker missile. There's
Oh,
only one, but it looks very handy. It can
right,
be
yeah.
attached to the outside of any robot. It can be
Nice.
used only when you are piloting a robot, not in
Okay.
personal combat. It may be fired at any time between attack rounds. It will automatically hit its target and reduce its armor score by 10. As you take your prize downstairs, you see another guard robot like the one you defeated. You hurry out of the lobby and back to your robot. You may install the Seeker missile now or save it for another robot. It may be moved from one robot to another, but it is lost if the robot carrying it is lost or if it is fired.
Oh, that's interesting. So I probably am going to want to upgrade to something more combat-y at some point, aren't I? But
Maybe.
I could go the whole book just with my dragonfly.
Could do. And you can take it off. It's only if you lose your dragonfly. It depends how mean it is to you. Book that is.
Yeah. And I could end up going the whole book, never coming across another bot.
True.
Yeah, okay, let's mount it to my dragonfly. Let's do it.
Cool.
I'm going for it. Like a big old glass cannon robot, basically.
You're back in your robot. If you want to explore elsewhere in the City of Industry, or do you want to go to a new destination?
No,
or do you want to go to a new city?
No, let's hang out in the City of Industry for a bit longer.
Okay, cool.
What were the other options, like the tunnels or the...
Hold on. This one is flick friendly. You're in the City of Industry. Normally it's busy there and bustling, and now you see no life anywhere. Everyone is asleep. Everyone but you again. So you can go to the fuel refining plant, the tunnels, or just explore or leave.
Let's check out the fuel refining plant.
Sounds like a good place to find some kind of bombs.
Yeah, make some Molotov cocktails or something.
So you decide to visit the fuel refining plant. This is where the radioactive ores that power the robots are processed. A single block of fuel will drive a robot for a year. As you approach, you realize that some of the robots standing around the plant are active. The Corrosians have sent a force to garrison the strategic point.
Oh.
What do you want to do? Do you want to proceed normally, attack, flee, or try a ruse?
Let's try a ruse.
I know, right? Why have that option if you're not going to pick it? So you go in, right, and you've got this paper bag, and you're like, "We've got a delivery. I need to buy my twin girls shoes." There you go. Oh no, I totally lost the page from my ruse.
Ah.
There we go. 197.
Are you suggesting that all I need to do is just put bananas in the robot exhausts and I'll be fine?
Yeah. Victor Maitland, I gave you an STD. If you've already been challenged by Corrosian soldiers using a number as a If you've already been challenged by Corrosian soldiers using a number as a password, and you remember that number, turn to that reference. Otherwise, go to 236.
No, I don't. Yeah. Uh-oh. Stuff like that makes me nervous.
Over the radio comes a challenge. 88.
Is it the crazy 88?
If you know the countersign that is required for that password,
oh no,
turn to that number of the countersign. If you do not know the proper response, go to 389. We've already established.
I don't know nothing. I ain't falling for no banana in the tailpipe.
The Corrosians,
I don't like all this. Do you know this? Do you know that stuff? That makes me nervous.
The Corrosians fire on you. Lose 1 armor point.
I haven't got a lot of armor.
And then fight. 169.
I thought I was dead fast. I could like.
You must fight the enemy robots. There are 2 of them, both tripod robots. One called Magic, the other called Mike.
Right.
These speedy machines walk around on 3 legs. They have metal tentacles that can carry guns or other devices. You recognize them as handling machines belonging to the fuel plant. The Corrosians have taken them over as guard robots. You must fight them both at once. Each tripod will have a separate attack on you in each attack round, but you must choose which of the 2 you will fight. Attack your chosen foe each round as normal, as a normal battle. Against the other, you must throw or your attack strength in the normal way, but even if your attack strength is greater, you will not wound it. You must just count this as though you have defended yourself from it. However, if your attack strength is greater, its attack strength greater, it will damage you in the normal way. So you've got 2 tripod robots. Both are fast. One is armor 7 and skill 8.
Right.
And one is armor 7 and skill 10. They don't have any special abilities.
What were those numbers again?
7,
7, 8.
8, and 7 and 10. So you're going to get the...
Get the big one first.
You'll get +1 per roll for being very fast.
Ooh, right. Yeah, let's go for the bigger one with the larger attack first, I suppose.
Cool.
So I'm adding 1 to this roll, am I?
Yes, you get to add 1 to all your rolls against these guys because you are very fast.
Okay.
And if I roll like this, you'll be fine.
19.
So, 13. What do you get? 19.
Well, I got 18 and plus my 1, 19.
Right, so he's already down to 5.
Yeah, take
and then
that.
The other one, which you just need to defend.
21.
14.
Well, 22 with my bonus.
So you just defend successfully against him.
Yeah!
Right. So big boy again.
Oh, that's not as good. 17.
17 as well. So you bounce off of each other then. And then the skill 8 is...
Oh, that's a good one. 21.
14. All right, so you're fine again. You're doing pretty well with your speedy robot.
Are in my favour, yeah.
Flying around.
21 again.
15. So he's down to 3.
Let's let chat take this next roll. Exclamation D12, please, chat.
14 to beat.
That's 18 plus my 1, 19. Thank you, Rob.
All right, so that's successfully defended. Right, need a couple more hits on this tripod dude, and then we can kill him off. What have we got? 7. 17.
18.
Oh, still got him. He's down to 1. Other dude is 17.
16 on that one.
Oh, he gives you damage.
So do I take that off my armor this time?
Yeah.
Or off me? And how much is it off my armor? 2?
2.
Oh, my armor's not great. I'm down to 2 already.
Yeah, one more hit and you're dead. We're not dead, but if your robot is defeated.
20.
All right, yeah. I rolled a 5. All right. Big bad boy is dead.
Right.
You can start on this little dude now.
Oh! 23. Yeah, that's all right. It's still fired off the second one anyway. Spell scene, so you're all good.
11. Oh, make maths.
I've got 23.
11 plus 8 isn't going to work, so he's down.
Critical hit, yeah.
Next, all right.
Oh, that's not so good though.
16.
I'm on. Oh, 16. Oh, 22.
What? These rolls are always crap.
It's on my side today.
I got 12.
Right. How much has he got left? Let's let chat
Got
do one.
3.
Exclamation
If you
D12, folks.
I suggest that if you get this hit, that you might use your point of luck or something to make it bigger. If your luck's
Yeah,
high.
okay. Just get him knocked out.
All right, what have we got there? 4, 6, 14.
I'll let him chat roll this one. Exclamation D12, chat. And it's 9, which makes it 20. And I'll do that point of luck thing to
Yeah, so what's your luck?
11.
All right, cool. So as long as you don't get, you have to roll, don't you?
Do I?
Equal
I
or
can't
under,
remember. I don't do this very often.
and then you lose a point of luck. Oh, you got that, but you lose a point of luck, but then you defeat it, and you haven't got a risk. Losing your super missile and your dragonfly.
Yeah. Well, I need to get some repairs done now.
Yeah, don't know how that even works. You have defeated the tripods, but you hear more enemies on the way.
Oh.
You have time for the only one choice. You examine the records. You have time for only one choice. You can examine the wreckage of the tripods, or you can enter the fuel plant.
What do you reckon?
Me? I don't know. You came here to look in the fuel plant.
I'm leaning towards the fuel plant, yeah. Yeah, let's go and have a look in the fuel plant.
Let's do it. 1, 3, 2.
Oh. Canada Rob said wreckage.
Oh, dear. Still in your robot, you enter the fuel plant and look around. The building is full of gleaming machinery and stacked canisters of fuel, each worth its weight in gold. But you see nothing that appears likely to help you in your struggle. Furthermore, since your robot was not designed to enter this dangerous environment, you lose 1 stamina point because of the radioactivity.
Boo.
2, 9, 3. At your best speed, you leave the area of the fuel refining plant. You may not return to this site.
Oh.
Go 265. You are now in the city of industry. Normally, it is busy and bustling, but now you see no life anywhere. Everyone is asleep. Everyone but you. Where would you like to go? You can't go to the fuel refining plant. You've been to the Robot Experimental Center. You could go to the tunnels under the city, or you could just explore.
Let's just explore.
Okay. You decide to wander around and see what you can find. The streets are choked with huge vehicles stranded where they fell or rolled when their pilots went to sleep. You can explore east or you can explore west.
Go west. Always west.
Life is peaceful there. Right. At the outskirts of the city, you find a huge robot junkyard.
Ooh.
If you've been here before, no, you haven't. As far as the eye can see, scrapped and damaged robots and pieces of robots are standing, sitting, and lying around. But out of the corner of your eye, you see motion. Something seems to be watching you from behind a pile of scrap. You investigate the junkyard, or you can leave.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to investigate. I ain't afraid of no dinosaur.
You look around the junkyard and see several things that might be of use. But then you are confronted by a huge creature with the remains of a collar around its neck. It is a giant ape carrying the leg of a robot as though it were a club. At the moment, it seems curious rather than angry. What do? You want to flee, speak to the ape, or attack the ape?
The gorilla. Yeah, there we go. I told you there was a gorilla. Let's speak to the gorilla. Let's use calming, friendly language.
You speak calmly to the ape, and it begins to caper and grunt. It is a pet, kept to help around the junkyard. You look around the junkyard, but the only useful thing you see are too heavy for you to move, and the junkyard equipment is out of order. Then, the ape, which has been watching you, lends a hand. Deftly, it takes apart the robot you have been studying and carries the parts. Carries the parts as you indicate. With the help of the ape, you may repair up to 4 armor points on your robot. I know, right?
Yes.
If that many has been lost.
It's not
Oh, there
improved
he
my
is.
robot, though. Hello, mate. It's not improved my Dragonfly Model D, though.
No,
To a
but
Model C.
You continue to wander around the city for some time. You see many interesting sights, but nothing that looks as though it would help. At length, you come to a large open area. At one side of the park is a large building marked Robot Experimental Center. Across the park is a sign that says Robots Working. It looks like an open access to the city's tunnel system. Will you visit the Robot Experimental Center or leave your robot and enter the tunnel system?
I've been to the experimental centre, haven't I?
Yeah, you only did one floor though.
Can I go back again? Yeah, all right. Let's go back to the experimental centre. I didn't realise. I thought it made me do one because there was another guard robot, didn't it?
Yeah, if this is the robot experiment, if you have been here before, go to 251. You have returned to the Robot Experimental Center. If you acquired the Seeker missile on the previous visit, go to 198. Ay.
Put those thumbs to work, Hugh.
Just in time, you realize that the lobby is full of guard robots like the one you fought before. You quickly return to your robot and leave the area.
Ah.
206.
Well, that sucks.
The
tunnels, then, I suppose.
If you want to explore elsewhere in the city, if not, go to 309, so 265. Dear Lord, this is really flicky centric. So right, we're back to you're in the city of industry. Normally it's busy and bustling, but now you see no life anywhere. Everyone is asleep, everyone but you. So do you want to go to the tunnels?
Yeah, tunnels then, I suppose.
Here we go. You park your robot outside the tunnel entrance and slip inside. You don't know what you expect to find here, but you have never been in this tunnel system, and its aura of secrecy attracts you. The tunnels are dimly lit, but you can see well enough. Soon you come to a turning. Do you want to go right or do you want to go left?
Left.
Always go left. And if you go left, you go. The tunnel winds around until you have lost all sense of direction. Then it forks. One fork goes up, the other goes down. You want to go up, you want to go down.
Go up.
The tunnel continues on and levels out again. Just lose 1 stamina point.
Oh.
Eventually, it opens up into a large area filled with dimly visible hulks.
Huh? Must be the gamma radiation.
This area proves to be full of rusting, abandoned robots. At the other side of the vault is a huge lift. The control panel has 3 colored buttons, but none are marked. The lift contains a huge robot. In the dimness, you cannot make out what type it is, but it has treads and claws. If you enter the lift and push a button at random, or you can take the small corridor beside the lift.
Okay, I'll get in the lift and push a button at random.
Yeah, that's always a good choice. 269. Which button do you want to press? Green, blue, or red?
Blue, please. I'm wearing blue. He says, looking down to see what he's wearing.
The lift door clangs shut and it begins to descend. After about 5 minutes, it stops again. Outside is a corridor even dimmer than the area you just left. The door opens just wide enough for you to squeeze out. You want to press another button or step out and go down the corridor.
Let's step out and go down the corridor.
As you approach, the tunnel goes lower and lower into the earth. Then it opens out into a wide, dimly lit vault. You want to enter the vault or continue going downwards?
Oh yeah, go in the vault. That's insane. Fight. What am I fighting?
I think you might have just been in the vault. Yeah, your area. This area proves to be full of rusting, abandoned robots.
Oh right, yeah, okay.
We go further down.
Yeah. Be careful. There are some instant deaths around here. Okay, good.
Okay, the tunnel seems to descend forever. You feel fatigued, lose another stamina point. Eventually, it reaches a landing. You take the stairway up. No choice.
Can I use a med kit?
Yeah.
What is it for? There you go.
The stairway leads to a corridor which turns downwards once again. Eventually, the corridor ends at a small alcove with a lift. Rather than retrace your steps, you enter the lift and push the button. All right, maybe we're getting somewhere now.
God, I just want to find some gear to make my dragonfly like boss level. You know what I mean?
The door clangs shut and it begins to descend. After about 5 minutes, it stops again. Outside is a corridor, even dimmer than the area you just left. The door opens just wide enough for you to squeeze out. Will you press another button or step out, go down the corridor?
Is this the same place I've been
Yeah,
before?
same thing, yeah.
I'll push another button then. Let's go for the green one.
But I just have to go to 8 different pages to facilitate that request.
Yeah. Rob's just said, round and round it goes. Where it stops, no one knows.
B6, 9. The lift door shudders and the lift drops half a meter and stops. The lights flicker on and then off. You push another button if you leave the lift and enter the corridor beside it. Do you want to push another button or leave the corridor and enter the corridor beside it?
Am I in the green level now, am I?
Yeah, you're back in the vault, I guess.
Back in the vault?
I think you're back in the vault because you can press another button or leave the lift and enter the corridor beside it.
So have I been in the corridor beside it then?
No.
Let's do the corridor beside it then. Yeah. Goose says, given you're fighting dinosaurs in a robot, this one's not as thrilling. It's not been particularly thrilling, has it?
No. The corridor levels off and passes a small alcove. Within the alcove is a small lift just big enough for one person. If you want to get in the lift and press the button to turn 307, or you continue along the corridor.
I've been in this lift already, haven't I?
I'm just going to check that.
I've been in a lift in an alcove already.
No, you haven't.
All right, let's do this lift then, I suppose.
The lift shoots quickly upwards. The force of its acceleration almost knocks you down, and it continues for a long time. Suddenly, the lift doors pop open. You're in the lobby of the Robot Experimental Center. If you cross the square you can cross the square and enter your robot, or you can investigate the Robot Experimental Center. But if you do, you'll end up at the start again.
Yeah, let's get back in my dragon robot there. My dragonfly then. That was a bag of shit.
Wasn't that the crappiest thing ever? You're back in your robot. Do you want to explore elsewhere in the City of Industry, or do you want to pick a new destination?
Pick another destination. I've done the whole City of Industry now, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go find some other shenanigans to get into. The City of Industry has been
okay. Yeah, now we're out that fucking tunnel. So you are leaving the City of Industry. Where will you go now? You can go to the City of Knowledge. You can go to the City of Pleasure. You can go to the City of the Jungle. It's massive, I've heard. Or you can go to the City of the Guardians. Now, the City of the Guardians, bear with me, note that you may not go to the City of the Guardians unless you have learned the way and know the numbers to substitute the XX. It's just got turn to 1XX.
Right. So, I feel like the City of Knowledge, because there's been things like, do you know these numbers? Do you know those numbers? So let's go to the City of Knowledge because there might be a book or something. See if there's a library with some page numbers in it.
You are in the City of Knowledge.
Although Jocelyn does say Robot City of Pleasure, let's go.
If you have if you have already been here, no, you haven't. Keep reading. Here are all of Thalos's greatest universities and museums. This is the home of those who most value learning. Here, you hope you will find something to help you in your lone struggle. You have a wide choice of possible destinations within the city. You've got the College of Medicine, the Thalian Museum, the Dinosaur Preserve, the War College, or bugger off.
War College, please.
War.
I'm at
That is
war.
a
I'm
good
looking for
war.
shit to help me defeat these crustaceans or whatever they're called.
The College of War is easy to find. It is a huge 5-sided building built all of brick.
A Pentagon, maybe.
A robot of unfamiliar design is standing in front of the building.
Ooh.
You recognize it as a Corrosian military robot.
Oh.
What will you do? Attack immediately, try to pass as one of the invaders, or leave before you are noticed?
I'm going to fuck it up. Let's just do it.
Booyah. Motherfuckers. 46.
I'm not messing. My
You should.
dragonfly is really fast.
You missed that at it, can't you?
Yeah, cool. Well, let's see how tough it is. Let's case it out first.
You charge to the attack. The Corrosian controlling the other robot is caught totally by surprise.
Ooh.
Roll 2 dice and do that much damage to the enemy robot before its pilot can react. And if you roll a 12, you get to turn somewhere else completely.
6.
Okay, cool. 6. Remember 6. 78. Seems to me that maybe it's got 12. 78. Cool. So you fight the enemy robot. It is a Myrmidon, standard Corrosian combat robot. It has 2 forms, humanoid and fighter plane. This one is a humanoid form and will not be able to change itself during battle. Because armor is 12, but we already know that it is 6 now because you've done 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
The speed is medium, so you get +1 to your dice rolls. And the skill is 10.
It's got a good skill, though.
And the special abilities are none for this battle.
Right. Let's do this then.
Let's rock and roll.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Snake eyes!
19.
Man, all right, so he's down to 4.
Uh, 17.
15.
All right. This could be it then, chat. Exclamation D12. If someone in chat be so kind.
21.
Oh!
Right off.
That would be 23. Thank you, Rob.
That was far too easy. Look what I've rolled. I'm going to just... You beat that. Oh, no, you didn't. It was a 5. 6 and a 5 it was. Anyway. If you reduce the enemy's armor to 0, turn to 109. So the enemy robot falls, blasted to scrap. There is no sign of its pilot. Do you want to examine the fallen robot more carefully, or do you want to ignore it and enter the War College?
No, let's have a quick look at the robot in case it's got some gear I can pilfer.
Yeah, makes sense. 155. You examine the smash robot. Inside you see its pilot. He does not appear to be wounded, but as you reach a metal claw towards his bubble, he stabs at a control. His machine self-destructs.
Oh.
Your own robot is flown back several meters and you are shaken up. Lose 2 armor points and 2 stamina points.
Oh. All right. Well, that's just going to have to be what it's going to have to be.
Wow, he was very... dedicated, wasn't he? You park your robot beside the door and enter the College of War. You are alert for other Corrosians, but apparently the sentry outside was the only one. The halls and rooms are littered with beribboned generals fast asleep. Following the signs, you head for the library to see what you can learn. Just as you get there, you hear a roaring sound from outside. Looking out the window, you see 3 sleek fighter planes hurtling down, sprouting legs and turning into robots, like the sentry outside. Corrosians are arriving in force.
Oh,
You quickly look around the room. There are several volumes on the counter, as though someone was trying to check them out just before the sleepless sickness hit. The books are too large to carry, and you'll have time to look at only one.
no.
Which title will you
Oh,
choose?
here we go. Can I not just take pictures on my smartphone?
No, because back in 1980, whatever, that was far too sci-fi for sci-fi. So the books are named the following: The City of Guardians, Emergency Procedures, and the Corrosian Military Robots. So,
Ooh. So the City of Guardians, was that the one that I needed to know the special page number to get to?
yes, it was.
Right. So that's an option. But I also like the idea of checking out the Corrosian robots to see if there's a weakness or something.
There's also Emergency Procedures,
Yeah, why
where they say that everyone hides in the tunnels of the City of Industry.
Just get in the lift. Just get in the lift. You'll be fine. It'll take you 20 years.
Press the red button.
I don't know. I'm leaning towards either finding out where the City of Guardians are or checking out the Corrosian robot book to see if there's any, sneaky weaknesses and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tempted by the City of Guardians, although knowing
It's kind of a place to go, isn't it?
These chappies is probably a massive red herring, but
yeah. What do you think, chat? Do I check out the robot book or do I check out the City of Guardians book? There's also no guarantee that the City of Guardians book, like you say, red herring, there's no guarantee it'll give me any info. Javi's been AFK. What did he miss? I'm in the War College right now, Javi, and it appears that there's some books that were being studied just before everything went pear-shaped. One that tells me how to, or hopefully will tell me how to get to a special city called City of Guardians. One that gives me info on the enemy robots, and one random one that I'm not interested in. Emergency procedures. Oh God, I've got to vote for each now in chat. Jocelyn says Guardians book, and Father's Goose says the robot book. All right. Even numbers. Robot book. Guardians is odds. It's an odd number. Book of Guardians.
okay, the City of Guardians 256. The book gives you the location of the City of Guardians.
There we go. Right.
Secret base that is the headquarters of the army of Thalos. The map reference is 22. Make a note of this number and substitute it for the X's when you are given the options to visit the City of Guardians. You may find another use for the map reference as well. For now, of course, you must deal with the corrosions outside the building you're in.
Yeah.
So that is...
There is a kind of flat energy to this one, isn't there?
Yeah, it is a little bit flat. Deal with 368. You realize that you must leave quickly. Looking outside, you see the corrosions have entered the building. The fools have left their robots outside and unguarded, parked near yours. You spring out the window and run for them. You get back into your own robot, or do you get into the corrosion robot instead?
Ooh.
Ooh, if only you read that book.
Yeah, the corrosion robot seems tempting because that might be an opportunity for later subterfuge, but I'm a bit loath to lose my very fast bonus and my seeker missile.
Yeah, it's true.
My dragonfly is a bit knackered as well at the minute. It's lost a bit of armor. Oh, decisions. You never know with these bloody Moon Logic books, do you? No, let's go for the safe bet. I'm going to get on my dragonfly. I can just see me getting in the crows unit saying, you don't know how to work the control panel. And it was
Yeah,
the whole
no,
thing.
right. So, you reach out for the controls. The enemy pilots are still not in sight. If you want to try and destroy the other robots, or you could just want to leave.
Oof. No, let's just do one.
One. Later's loser. You speed away, but behind you, the Corrosian pilots come charging out of the building, heading for their robots. But you know the city better than they do. Though they hunt for you, your head start is enough to see you safely away. But you have lost part of the advantage of surprise. The Corrosians know now that there is at least one person that remains awake to oppose their scheme. And he just happens to be a farmer with no
With a
abilities
sword.
whatsoever. With his father's old sword. You're leaving the College of War. Where will you go? Do you want to go to the College of Medicine, the Thalian Museum, the Dinosaur Preserve, or bugger off to another city?
So what were those options again? Sorry.
College of Medicine,
Yeah.
the Thalian Museum, or a Dinosaur Preserve.
So it's not giving me the City of Guardians as an option now.
Or you can leave to go to another city.
Do we want the Thalian Museum? No, let's go. Let's just let's do. We've got the City of Guardians page number. Let's see what's going on there. I like the sound of Guardians.
The 3A. Oh, okay. You're leaving the City of Knowledge, hopefully wiser than when you came. Where will you go to now? The City of Industry, the City of Jungles, the City of Storms, or the City of Worship?
What? Oh my God!
So
City
you can
of...
go to the City of Industry, leave the city. I'm just going to throw this option out here. So you could go to the City of Industry, immediately leave the City of Industry, and then get the option to go to the City of Guardians.
Yeah, okay. Although the City of Storms sounds interesting all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Let's go check out the City of Storms.
City of Storms, 179. Guessing it might be quite stormy. An hour into your trip, a powerful storm strikes. If your robot is a flying type, go 280. It is.
Oh, am I about to get killed by a storm?
Roll 1 dice.
No. One. Hey, Jordo's here. You're live. Missed you. We've done a few streams lately. Just probably not in your time zone. Not time zone friendly.
Oh, how bizarre.
I was thinking of you
one.
earlier, Jordo, because I managed to get there's a UK retailer got their hands on some of those Santa Batmans. I got one on the way.
Your radio suddenly crackles to life with a mechanical voice. You are approaching the City of Guardians. Please give your authorization. If you have read a military volume of the City of Guardians, turn to the map reference you were given there.
22, baby. 2 little ducks.
That worked out incredibly convenient.
We're going to the lemonade stand for some grapes.
You use the code word you found with the map reference. Acceptable, crackles the voice of the Guardian computer.
Yeah, it is.
Entering the clearance level 0. Turning to 175.
Oh, I still got a dice up on the screen.
I've never read one of these books and had to flick through so many flipping pages before. The computer guides you to the main building of the City of Guardians. You get out of your robot to investigate. Unfortunately, you soon learn that level 0 means your security clearance is very low.
Oh.
Guardian computer cannot or will not give you full access to the secrets of the base. However, it does seem willing to let you exchange your current robot for a high-powered war robot.
Ooh, now we're talking.
If you do so, make a note of the fact that your old robot remains here. Will you select a slow, powerful tank robot, a speedy, shape-changing humanoid/plane robot, or you can keep your old robot if you want?
No, I want the speedy, shape-changing
Humanoid plane robot, nice. And you can change your missile because it's not been destroyed, so you can put your missile on it as well.
Yeah, I want to put my missile on it too, please. Yeah,
You
it's
have
a
chosen
transformer.
a versatile but powerful humanoid robot, a Trooper 11. This is a standard Thalian combat robot. It has two forms. It can shape itself into a giant metal warrior or into a sleek combat plane. In human form, it is armor 12, speed medium, and gives you a +2 combat bonus. In plane form, it is armor 10, very fast, and also gives you a +2 combat bonus. It also has a special ability. In
Hang
human
on.
form,
You're going too fast.
sorry.
What was the flying? Armor what?
Armor 10,
Yeah,
speed very fast,
yeah.
combat bonus +2.
So in theory, being very fast, that could be +3, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, see you later, Jocelyn. Right, and then the special ability, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, special abilities. In human form, the Trooper 11 or XI carries a gun in one hand and a shield in the other. On an attack strength roll of 18 or better, even if the enemy hits it, the robot gets the shield in the way and takes no damage.
Wow.
In plane form, the robot hasn't got any special abilities.
Oh. See, it is like proper Transformer style, like fly in, then turn into human form, batter some shit, and then fly off again.
It takes one combat turn to change forms. During that turn, the robot makes its a normal combat roll. If it wins, it doesn't take any doesn't damage the foe. It just defends itself. The shield does not protect it on this turn. You may take one of these robots if you like. There are many here. If you take one and leave, turn to 3, or would you prefer? Okay, so you've got the option of taking the tank robot instead.
No, I want this Trooper 11. I want. This sounds awesome. There's an ad about to start, and I need a pee. So should we take a brief bathroom break?
Yep, sounds good. 376.
Where's my BRB? Right, we'll be right back. I'm just going for a quick tinkle.
Oh,
There we go. Take the one that looks like Starscream, you bet.
there we are.
Although it's Soundwave that's hanging out with me today.
Right, so things are heating up. Been to 3 cities, and you've upgraded to a badass warrior robot.
Yes, I have.
With
Yeah,
a missile.
yeah,
Right, so now you're leaving the City of Guardians.
I am.
You can go to the City of Storms.
Wasn't that where I was going?
Yeah. Or you can go to the City of Industry.
Oh.
But you can go to the City of Storms, but not be in a plane form.
Yeah, okay, let's try that out then. Was it the dice roll that determined where I ended up going?
Well, it gave you an option if you were in plane form or if you were not in a plane. And then you had to roll a dice, and you got lucky, I think.
Yeah, okay, let's do City of Storms.
You are in the City of Storms. This beautiful metropolis is on the sea coast and is often the site of spectacular thunderstorms. Where would you like to go? You can go to the Weather Bureau or the coast or another city.
Weather Bureau, please.
That's fun. That's just where you would go to try and destroy an invading army.
Yeah,
Flying over the Weather Bureau are the 2 red flags. Flying over the Weather Bureau are 2 red flags that you know mean storm warning. Parked outside the building, you see another robot, a walker robot. Designed primarily for travel, this robot has 4 jointed legs that carry it swiftly over any terrain. This walker robot has armor 6, speed is fast, it has a combat bonus of -1, and no special abilities.
Yeah, no thanks. I've got my Trooper 11 cheers.
It looks like that.
That's like a ATST.
If you like, you may exchange this robot for your own.
Nope.
If you come back to the spot after exchanging your robot, it may still be here. Make a note of where you've left it. If you go inside the Weather Bureau, okay, so you can go inside the Weather Bureau, or you can go on past. It seems like a fucking waste.
I'll go have a look inside.
In the Weather Bureau, you find banks of humming instruments. You also find a printout that explains the flags you saw outside. Apparently, a huge storm is due to hit Thanos in a few hours. It will come ashore at the City of Worship and die away as it rolls over the rest of the lands. Do you possess a flask of potion?
No.
Random. That's better. That's what we want. Fucking random shit.
Where's the storm coming? At City of Worship, was it?
Yeah. You're in the City of Storms. This beautiful metropolis is on the sea coast and is often the site of spectacular thunderstorms. You can go to the coast or you can go to another city.
I'll go check out the coast, I suppose. Watch the storm come in. This has got vibes. Remember that one? What was the superhero one we did where it was like, do you want to go stop this crime or this crime? And you go and they're like, the crime is finished. And you're like, okay, thanks.
You pilot your robot along the sea coast. If you're flying or you're not flying, you're still in humanoids or are you a plane?
Can I just switch out? What's
Well, I suppose it depends what you're piloting your robot along the sea coast. If you are flying, turn to one number. If you're not flying, go to another number.
Oh, well, I'm walking. Yeah, I'm just walking. Just plodding along in my mech.
The sea coast is a narrow strip of sand bounded on one side by the ocean and the other side by steep cliffs. After a few minutes of travel, you see something ahead. It's a huge herd of Brontosaurus Brontosaurus dinosaurs. Oh. Most of them are munching on seaweed thrown up by the storms, but a few are investigating something that glitters.
Ooh.
You can investigate it yourself or turn around and go back to the city.
Yes, I'd like to investigate it myself, please.
Yeah, you would. The inquisitive dinosaurs totally surround your quarry. What will you do? Shove your way in amongst them, Fire a few shots to panic them, or shout at them over your speakers.
I'll just shove in through them. I'm in a Trooper 11.
There you are. So, the placid beasts are quite familiar with robots. They honk and hiss, but move out over to let you through. Sounds like you got out of that one lightly. The dinosaurs were investigating a cowboy robot, possibly belonging to their herder, which is half buried in the sand. The machine proves to be unsalvageable, but within the cockpit you find 2 medikits. Nice. You may add these to your possessions and continue. You cannot return to the seashore.
Okay.
Okay, so some medikits and the option of a wanky robot. So now you can go back to the Weather Bureau, you can go to the coast, or you can go off to another city.
I'll go to another city.
Let's see what it gives you. So you can go to the City of Knowledge, or the City of Worship, or the City of Guardians. But we've been to 2 of them.
I suppose I'll go to the City of Worship, but there's a storm coming in. I don't fancy being there for the storm.
I think it's sending you there by the looks of it. Okay,
Yeah.
You're in the City of Worship. If you've been to the city before, go to 67 immediately. No, we haven't. If this is your first visit to the city, then keep reading.
Okay.
The whole of this metropolis is devoted to shrines, temples, churches, cemeteries, and the like. It is always a quiet place, but you have never seen it as quiet as this before. Only the call of a seabird breaks the stillness. An uneasy thought occurs to you. If you are the only Thalian awake, then the attention of all the powers with a capital P, must be focused on you personally. Your visit to the City of Worship might be rather interesting. What would you like to do? Visit a temple, fly over the city if you have a flying robot, or go to another city?
Give me those again. Sorry, I was distracted by some noise in the house.
You can visit one of the temples, you can fly over the city, or you can go to another city.
Let's visit one of the temples.
Nice. Sounds like fun. Cool. City break.
Yeah, we'll ride the lift in one of them.
Haha, which temple would you like to visit? The Temple of Peace, the Temple of Fear, the Temple of Nothingness, or the Temple of Glory?
Temple of Glory.
Or the Temple of Doom, but there isn't one. 339. Temple of Glory. Yeah, we do. 339. You decide to visit the Temple of Glory. After all, glory is what you will earn if you drive off the Corrosians. The temple is large and stately, with multicolored mosaics of battle scenes on the outer walls. You enter and approach the altar. You feel the presence of the power of glory very strongly. A voice seems to ring in your head. Are you willing to risk all for glory? If you reply yes, or is it a no? Are you a god?
Yes.
Yes, you are ready to risk all for glory. Then face your foe, comes the answer. In front of you, you appear a Corrosian soldier, armed like yourself, with a shit sword. You must fight him. He's skill 10 and stamina 10.
Oh.
It's a straight up fist fight or sword fight.
Okay. Here we go then.
What have we got? 5, 6, 18.
I'm 18 as well.
14.
17.
Take that, Corrosian.
Yeah, take that. Boo.
I think that's the Corrosian, by the way.
All right. Okay.
Stunning beard. What have we got there? 14 again.
19.
Well,
Rollers have been good for me tonight.
17.
I shouldn't have opened my mouth, should I?
Nope.
All right. Sticking with these red ones. These seem better.
17.
17. Oh no, I'm 18.
Oh, okay. 4.
All right. Anyone in chat want to give us a roll? Exclamation D12.
13. So you just have to risk what? 3, 4 or more. Easy. Go on.
Easy. 14.
Well, yeah. That's what it said on the tin. He's down to 2.
Here we go. Last roll. Oh,
18.
not great. 15. Not last roll. Hang on. Let me just note my stamina up.
14.
17.
And he is dead.
Yeah.
And
Hang on.
defeat him. 3, 5, 2.
I'm going to use 2 of my med kits.
Okie dokie. Found 2.
Yeah, I did. And I've just used them to take me back up to full stamina.
Okay, this is good. You have defeated your foe. His body vanishes as though it had never existed. Though the temple is silent, you seem to hear victory trumpets. Restore your stamina. Don't take those medkits. Restore your stamina to its initial score. And increase your skill and your initial skill by 1.
Yeah.
It says in brackets for personal combat only, so it's not. I don't know why.
Okay, yeah.
So you go back to the 166. You may not visit this temple again, which makes sense. Else you could just be like,
yeah, kill the robot, get some more. Kill the robot, get some more.
So what's next? 166. So you were in the city of worship. If you've been to the city before, if this is your first visit to the city, regardless of how many parts of the city, okay, fine. So now you can visit another temple, fly over the city, or leave.
Do we visit another temple? I suppose.
Yeah, this one was pretty good.
Yeah, although I don't feel like I'm moving the needle in any way towards fighting back the invading army.
So we've got Temple of Peace, Temple of Fear, Temple of Nothingness.
Temple of Nothingness. Let's get all nihilistic for a minute.
2, 4, 9. Nothing there. Imagine if it was just a blank paragraph with nothing. You decide to visit the Temple of Nothingness. You've never been there before and you have no idea what to expect. When you first arrive, you see the usual sprawled forms on the sidewalk in front. Several were carrying signs and placards. They were protesters. You look at the sign, it reads, "Nothing is wrong." If you would rather not get involved with this strange bit of business, you can choose to do so. However, you can also go inside. So you can bugger off or go inside.
Yeah, let's go have a look inside. I fear nothing.
Well, maybe you shouldn't go in then. You enter the temple, but soon find that nothing is what it appears to be. Indeed, nothing is happening here. You seem to have gained nothing by having come, but then nothing would be served by your leaving. Test your luck.
Oh, okay. I have passed.
Okie doke.
Yeah, we're good, thanks, Danny.
You summon your courage and confront the powers of nothingness. You may not know the meaning of life, but you know you have a mission.
My friend says the answer's blown in the wind. Take a deep breath and spend some time outside. Perhaps you'll find something there.
Wow.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind.
And suddenly nothing feels strange. You stalk out of the Temple of Nothingness. You have gained nothing and lost nothing. Restore your luck point that you lost when testing your luck and return to 166.
Okay, the answer is 42, yeah.
So now you can visit another temple. You can fly over the city if you have a flying robot, or leave.
I'll convert to flying mode and have a flyover.
Okay, cool.
Is it me or is this one a bit boring?
It's a bit. A violent storm is coming from over the ocean. It will strike land in minutes. You can fly into the storm, or you can fly inland away from the storm and the city.
Yeah, right. Let's fly into the storm. No, let's fly away from the storm.
That would make sense. Probably the opposite of what you should do. Cool. You are leaving the city of worship. Where would you like to go? You can go to the capital city, the city of knowledge, or the city of storms.
The capital city, I suppose.
Capital city. Capital city. Let's beat the crap out of some baddies. You are in the capital city, the seat of government of Thalos. It is a noble city full of white marble buildings. It's also the main base of the invaders, and you know you must be very careful. Below you have 5 options. Some of them will eventually return you to this paragraph. You may not make the same choice twice. Each time you return here, you must make a new selection. So you can go to the city hospital. You can go to the Capitol building. You can go to the National Treasure House. You can go to the enemy encampment, or you can just explore.
National Treasure House, please.
National Treasure House is where you'll find Nick Cage, ready to fight in your corner. 385.
He's got a copy of the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, rolled up in his jacket.
Which also happens to contain the code for waking up the rest of the Thalians.
You have arrived at the National Treasure House. Great grey building. It is the repository for all Thalos's gold. To your surprise, it is guarded only by a single Corrosian sentry standing in front of the building. If you have a robot, or you have a robot, you have one of a hell of a badass robot, 319.
Can I change into like combat humanoid mode?
Yeah, of course you are. This is almost too easy. You proceed past the sentry as though everything was all right. Then, at the last second, you change course. The last thing the sentry sees is the huge hulk of your machine looming over him.
Right. So I'm not even going to fight him.
I don't think he's in a robot.
Oh, right. I'm just.
So, yeah. You enter the National Treasure House. Normally, you would never be allowed inside, but now, who's to stop you? You feast your eyes on gold bars of all sizes, stacks of coins, and bags of jewels. You see nothing that looks like a weapon. However, in the warehouse area is a cargo handling robot. You may wish to take it. If you have no robot right now, you will certainly take it. This machine looks like a giant crab and is called a cargo crab. It is 8 legs. It has 8 legs plus 2 huge claws for lifting cargo. Its armored back opens up to carry heavy loads. It is armor 12. It's slow. It's got no combat bonus. The special ability is the cargo crab can carry large quantities of goods and equipment. You can take the cargo crab. You must leave your other robot at the treasure house.
I think you know the answers to this.
No, thank you.
No.
Look. That's what it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Fuck the crab. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jordo. I've got a Trooper 11, which can transform into a plane and has like a magic shield that defends stuff and basically fucks on anyone who comes my way.
As you prepare to leave, it occurs to you that a few bars of this treasure, or perhaps more than a few, would be a fair compensation for your troubles so far. If you have taken the cargo crab, if not, turn to 220, where you haven't.
No, I haven't.
Since your robot is not designed for cargo, you can only carry a small amount of gold. If you want to load up what you can, or you can just leave empty-handed.
Why would I want to take? I don't really understand how or why that would help me right now. I'm on a mission to liberate my people. Well, go on. I'll have a little bit.
287. In the middle of the label, you hear a grinding noise. You look up to see 3 huge tanks and a dozen grinning soldiers. Resistance would be useless, and to add insult to injury, they do not treat you as a prisoner of war, but as a common criminal. You're sent to life of hard labor in the Corrosian slave pits. Your adventure is over. You don't want to rob it. Why would you rob it?
No. I'm on a mission to liberate my people. So let's
just leave the gold there. It's
leave
not
the gold.
Your problem.
Yeah.
Put a death counter on.
Already have done.
Cool. You're in the capital city, blah, 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 blah. So do you want to go to the hospital, the Capitol building, or the enemy encampment, or you could just explore?
I think I will. Is the hospital a good idea? Get us to see if there's any gear in there. What's a hospital going to give me for robot combat?
I don't know.
Let's just go to the enemy encampment. I'm doing no Capitol building. Let's go try to take out the leadership.
Nice. 10. That's an exciting number and a low number. You decide to visit the Capitol building, the seat of government of Thalos. Do you go in your robot or do you travel on foot?
Oh, I'm taking my big bastard robot, please.
Yeah, well. The closer you get to the building, the more corrosions you see. Soon you realize that your robot is making you far too conspicuous.
Right.
You decide to go on foot.
Oh.
Do you possess a cloak of invisibility?
No, I do not.
And have not used it? You may use it now. If you have already used it, do not possess it. Or if you simply choose not to use it, go to 134.
All right.
Of course.
No, Jordo, we have not punched any dinosaurs yet. The front cover is truly false advertising. However, what I can do is I can recreate the cover for you.
You try your best to sneak in without being seen, but there are too many enemies about. If you have an enemy uniform and want to wear it for this trip, if not, 266.
Oh, I can feel this spiraling out of control.
The building is crawling with corrosions. There is no point even thinking about entering. You return to your robot.
Okay, let's go to the hospital then. Let's see if they've got a cloak of invisibility there.
All right, so do you want to go to the hospital or the enemy encampment?
I don't know.
Or just explore. There is an option, just explore.
Let's just explore. I'll just
Maybe
see
you'll
if
get
just trip over a cloak of invisibility on the street.
Invisibility.
Oh, there's
Maybe a
one.
uniform.
Although the encampment, that's probably where I'd get a uniform from.
Yeah, true. You decide to explore the streets of the capital city. Do you want to fly about, travel on the ground by going left, or travel by ground going right?
Travel by ground, going left, please.
Choice. You go down a street of tall buildings and turn a corner. In front of you is a corrosion robot, but its back is turned to you. What will you do? Leave quickly, attack it, or challenge it?
I'll attack it.
Challenge it to a duel.
No, I'll do it like in the video games, you know, where you hold X to do a sneak attack.
Oh, do a sneak attack. Split his throat. 3, 1, 1. Test your luck.
Right. I have passed.
3, 2, 5. The enemy robot control bubble explodes in a cloud of greasy black smoke. Small fragments clatter and ring off the pavement of your own armor. The headless body stands there for a moment and then collapses into a pile of junk. 1 corrosion down, 1,000 more to go. This is weird. 290. You clank through a small park and down a short street. In front of you, you see a crowd of corrosion soldiers looting a shop. You can turn to flee or you can fight them.
Let's fight them. I'm in my big robot.
Yeah, you are, and they don't seem to be. They scatter in fear, all but one. He climbs into a large construction robot nearby and pilots it towards you. If your own robot is faster than slow, you can escape or you can fight it.
No, I'm going to fight it.
Yeah, you are.
Right then.
The enemy construction robot raises huge claws and moves towards you. It rolls on 8 vast wheels. It has only a few guns to protect against attacking dinosaurs, but has 4 huge arms mounted all around. His armor is 9. His speed is slow. The skill is 6. Fortunately for you, the corrosion soldier inside does not really know how to use this robot. If the 2 dice you roll for the construction robot is ever a total of 6 or less, I immediately go to another number.
What?
So the dude that got into the robot,
Yeah.
he don't know how to use it. So if I roll under 6, I immediately go to another page.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, let's get into it then.
Right. So we've got skill 6, armor of 9.
Don't even bother.
Fucking point. 7. I ain't gonna bother writing it. Anyway. Oh, look, is that a picture of it? That looks like a picture of it as well. Another one for the people who like to see the pictures.
Oh yeah.
Right, let's try again.
I'm sticking with these red dice, me.
4. Oh, I've rolled under 6. Immediately go to 194.
Oh yeah. Well, I've rolled 18, which means I'm shielded anyway, and with my combat bonus of 2 and my speed bonus of 1, that makes it a 21.
Okay, so the other robot's control bubble springs open and outflies the Corrosian soldier who was piloting it. His unfamiliarity with the controls was fatal. He hits the ejection lever by mistake. He falls under the wheels of his own machine and is lost. If you wish, you can take this as construction robot instead of your current robot.
No.
So again, you go 308. Nice. He just pings out and gets crushed to death.
Right, 2 down. Only thousands left to go.
Right, so you've
robot, I love it.
you've got the hospital or the encampment left.
Let's go to the encampment. Come on, I'm just gonna squish them all, stomp them.
The main encampment of the Corrosians is easy enough to find. They have taken over the city stadium. Even from distance, you can see flying robots wheeling overhead. If you approach in your robot, or you can approach on foot.
I'm going in with my robot. This book has got me so bored. I'm just like, ah.
Do you want to fly to the enemy encampment, or do you want to go on the ground?
I'll go on the ground because I got all my like special bonuses and shit.
Just like walking up there. Come on, then you. You have not gone far before you have to pass through a narrow gate that leads into the outer part of the stadium. There, you are challenged by a group of robots. 88 comes the password. If you know the countersign, go to that number. If not,
Oh
go to
no, I don't. Someone's yelled 88 at me before, actually, haven't they?
Yeah.
No, I don't know the password. So come on.
The Corrosian troops, already nervous because the reports of Thalian robots at large, don't hesitate. They set off a buried mine placed beneath the gate as a precaution. Your robot is shattered. Your adventure is over.
What? What?
They set off a mine under your foot and then you're dead.
Fuck this. Anyway, so I'm thinking what I might do is I might fly in.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. I should have maybe got this 88 code word somewhere earlier.
Your robot takes to the air, and you can soon see the enemy encampment. But the enemy air patrols are vigilant. 2 flying robots swoop to challenge you. They do not ask for a password, but open fire immediately. You must fight these 2 Myrmidon robots. The Myrmidon is a standard Corrosian combat robot. It has 2 forms, humanoid and fighter plane. These 2 are in plane form and will not try to change during the battle.
Okay, what speed are they?
They're very fast.
Oh, boo. I still got a combat bonus of 2, though, in my Trooper 11. What's the stats?
Your first robot doesn't say you must fight these 2. It doesn't say that you do the weird thing where you fight 1, defend 1. So one is skill 11
Oof.
and armor 8. And the other is skill 9, armor 8.
Right. I'm going to use my Seeker missile and shoot the 11-8 one right out the air.
It's dead. Cool.
And then I'll fight the 9-8.
Sound. Let's go.
Oh, it's not a strong roll for me. 4, 5, 15 plus my combat
13.
bonus of 2, 17.
13.
All right. Well, there we go then. I didn't even need the combat bonus.
7. 16.
15 plus my combat bonus makes me 17.
Oh, that combat bonus is good.
Yeah, it's helping a lot. Have a roll for me, chat. Exclamation D12, someone.
Okay. 3, So that is 12.
12. Okay. Donnie's had a roll and he's giving me 5, 6, 7 plus my combat bonus of 2. 19. It's too easy. Now it's gone one extreme to the other.
18.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Oh, it's still dead.
Right, there you go. Take that, flying myrmidons.
I'm feeling it's just going to kill us anyway.
Yeah,
You have eliminated the 2 enemy robots, but at a cost. You are somewhat shaken up by the maneuvers you have performed. Lose 1 stamina point.
Right, okay.
More foes are approaching rapidly. You want to press on towards the encampment or retreat?
I don't know. What do you think? I think they're going to do me in. Thing is, though, I don't know. I feel like I've got no options. Like what? Go to the hospital?
Hospital's the only one left to choose. And I suggest that you choose it.
Yeah, I'll retreat then.
The hospital has got to be where you realise that you cannot win a dogfight against that many foes. Dodging and weaving between the buildings of the capital city, you lose your pursuers. You have stirred up a hornet's nest now. You must press the attack before they hunt you down.
Oh.
What will you do? Look elsewhere in the capital city for help? Try to slip into the enemy encampment on foot? Or stay in your robot and attack on the ground?
Let's look for some help somewhere.
Okay.
Although we haven't come across anyone else who's awake, have we, or nothing like that?
At all. Okay, so you've got the hospital that left. Yeah. Can't go to the Sika hospital or not.
Go to the hospital?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go check out the hospital then, I suppose. In the absence of any other reasonable options.
Because then if it takes you back here, then you're not allowed to go to the same choice twice. Then that's it.
Right.
Although we could just do it again. But we know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You decide to investigate the capital city hospital. You want to stay in your robot or investigate on foot?
I'll stay in my robot.
As you round the corner, you see a pair of Corrosian robots coming your way. Test your luck.
Here we go. Just. I'm down to 9. Yeah.
Okie dokie. Karaoke. You draw back and freeze your robot into an immobility, hugging the corner of the building. Amazingly, they walk straight by. You hear a scrap of talk on the radio. Around here somewhere. When they have passed, you proceed to the hospital.
A scrap of talk on the radio?
Yeah, saying, he's around here somewhere.
All right, it's them then. It's them talking about me, isn't it? I've not found any more survivors.
You arrive safely at the capital city hospital. You see that you'll have to be careful. You hear voices echoing through the halls. If you possess the cloak of invisibility and have not used it, you may use it now. If you've already used it, don't have it, or simply choose not to use it now. Go to 74.
I don't have cloak of invisibility.
Seems important. You seek treatment for your own injuries. If you seek treatment for your own injuries, or if you look for information on sleeping sickness, do you want treatment of your own injuries, or do you want to look for information on sleeping sickness?
Information on the sleeping sickness. I'm all right.
We're getting somewhere now. This might actually take us to something that we can do.
That we can, do something.
395. You dash down the hallway following the signs marked library. You turn a corner and run headlong into a Corrosian guard. You finish him off before he can summon aid, but he wounds you slightly, lose 1 stamina point. Once at the library, you ransack it for information on sleeping sickness, but you find nothing. The relevant volumes are all missing. You realise this has been a wild goose chase. Carefully slip out of the hospital and away. You go to 308.
I feel like I've exhausted all my potential options here now.
Yeah, the only thing left to do is explore and go another way. What does it give you options to do when you went exploring? Oh yeah, so you can fly about to explore, or you can turn right when you explore, or you can go to the enemy encampment on foot. But that all seemed to go wrong.
I'll fly about and explore. I feel like my options are just narrowing further and further and further.
Yeah, no. Don't want to do that. You don't.
Right. I'll explore on foot then. What was the other option? No, explore to the right, was it? What about taking the construction robot? But I've got an awesome robot, Donny.
No, we've done all of that. Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, see you later, Javi.
You are screwed. There are no other options that we've not taken.
Right. Okay, well, I have died twice already, to be fair.
See what happens if you go there on foot. I think it's just going to kill you off as well. Yeah, what did we miss? I think we just explored everywhere anyway.
We missed the cloak of invisibility, which, if I was a betting man, I would imagine is in one of the temples I didn't explore at the worship city. Maybe. Cloak of invisibility seems temple-y. All right.
Yeah,
let's call that one. Time of death, 2311. 21st of October, 2023.
Yeah, every option that the encampment gives you ends in death.
Right.
I just checked.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Well then, I don't really know what to make of that one.
No, it was kind of cool that you didn't really have a quest. I quite like the way that it kind of dropped you into a situation, and you're like you need to do something, but you're not sure what. But then it would be better that over the course of the story, it kind of let you know what you're supposed to do. Like we ended up with, like we still don't know what we were supposed to have done.
No,
So as you progress through, you should have found someone who said you needed to find out how to reverse this sickness spell, and then you're like, oh, okay, we've got an idea, and then move forward, and none of it helped.
Yeah, we've had this before. So we said, I seem to remember the superhero one was the same, where you kind of had a lot of agency in terms of just sort of freedom to do what you want. But in the absence of direction and purpose, so there was one once where we were a spy. Do you remember? We had to go to a bar and
yeah, I quite liked that one. But
yeah,
again,
and at a certain point, once you got chatting to the spy, it kind of said, right, well, what you need to do is you need to do this. And so you then follow the next bit and the next bit and the next bit, and you went on. Whereas we didn't kind of latch on to anything that gave us any direction.
No. I mean, you knew the capital city was where the baddies were, and you knew there was a storm coming. And that's about it.
But neither of those helped me. I didn't get the response to this code 88 or whatever.
No.
No cloak of invisibility. So there was obviously pathways that I needed to take that would have given me some goodies that would have helped me out.
No, we never met that dude.
No, didn't fight any dinosaurs either, which was like, you know, a big part of the promise. So yeah, and I died twice.
Yeah.
Once for just taking a couple of books for my troubles.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to make of that one. But I feel quite, you know, it's been a 2-hour, 10-minute stream, and I feel quite unsatisfied from the gaming experience of that one.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, lots of just get in the lift, press this button. Well, you go to a dimly lit floor. Okay, thanks.
Where'd you get the uniform from? I feel that might have been the...
Yeah.
That's the kind of key to doing something. If you had a baddie uniform, uniform of a Corrosian guard, you might have been able to sneak past and do something, but do what? You still can't fight 1,000 people.
Yeah, and that whole idea of like once you beat one up to get entry to a building, oh, another 12 turn up, so you better run. You're like, okay, I'll do that then. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what to make of that one. I don't know if Spelsing's still around. He's quite experienced with these books. Was I just making bad decisions on that one? Which, let's be fair, I do have a habit of doing.